These people are not your friends. There's a lesson to be learned here.
I got a really good feeling about this.
So, Solo, a Star Wars story. I guess Disney decided to make a Han Solo movie, which I don't remember anybody like making a big deal about it or asking for a Solo movie. This movie stars Eldon Henrich, Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, and of course Paul Bettany as the main villain. And of course Jon Favreau is in this movie too, if you guys didn't know, and he plays Rio Duran voice. But this movie, I didn't really care for Han Solo. You know, as far as if I wanted to see as far as a solo or a one-shot movie from the Star Wars saga, I would probably want to see a Darth Vader saga. You know, how Darth Vader became known throughout the galaxy, something like that, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, which a lot of people have been asking for. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I would want to see that, or even like a offshot of like Luke. You know, I know we got the Star Wars Luke, but something. But I don't remember anybody asking for Solo. So, jumping off to this movie, you follow Han Solo. He's in this planet as he's basically trying to get off, pay off his debt because he's a thief, And him and Emilia Clarke's character Kira, they're basically trying to run off, but something happened. They end up being separated, and Solo is now he's a trooper, and he's basically his main thing is to be a pilot, go back, save Kira. And throughout this whole process, he ends up meeting up with Woody Harrelson's character, and now he's basically they have to go on this heist, this train heist, to steal this item to pay off. Apparently, everybody's in debt in this movie. Everybody's in debt to somebody in this movie, and they have to do this heist to pay off Paul Bettany's character Vos to basically get off there to be free. And throughout this process, of course, he meets Chewie, and you find out, why you get a little bit of background on Chewie, not that much, just find out like he was basically a prisoner himself, and he's basically trying to get back to his family or tribe. So if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the whole Solo movie, it's not a bad movie. It's a good movie, but at a certain point, the movie becomes a bore. It feels like it just becomes a bore. As far as the Solo story, I'm fine with it. I enjoyed the movie as far as the whole Solo movie, but it's not something I'll go back to watch again. And did Eldon Edrich did a good job playing Han Solo? Yes, he did a great job playing Han Solo. As far as he's no Harrison Ford, but he did a great job playing a young Han Solo. And throughout the movie, you find out basically in the movie he's this head-on guy, who gives trust to everybody. But throughout the movie, you find out the main plot of the story, how Han Solo became to be Han Solo, basically how he became who he is, and how he doesn't trust anyone is like through the process that happened through this movie. And a lot of people, if you watch the review, they praised Donald Glover for his portrayal of Lando Calrissian. To me personally, he did a great job as Donald Glover, but is he Billy D. Williams? No, you can't compare Donald Glover to Billy D. Williams, Mr. Colt 45. His rendition of Lando, it was good for Donald Glover, but is it Billy D. Williams' rendition? If you watch the old Empire Strikes Back, no. But in a whole, movie is good. There's a few good action scenes. At a certain point, the movie becomes a little stalemate, becomes a bore. One thing about this movie, this is one character, Ness. You find out later on that this person is a rebel, and I would have been more interested to find out a story of how the rebellion started. Because this character became at the end of the movie. If you watch the movie, this character, I was more interested in this character to see what started off the rebel. Because in a way, Solo was somehow a bit involved when it comes to the rebellion because of this heist they had to do, and so yeah, I just don't know how to put this movie in a whole. But acting is great. As Paul Bettany's character as a villain, he portrayed this this guy who was vicious. You don't really see him much of him. I mean, you see him twice practically in the movie, but you don't really see much of him. They portray him in the movie like he's a bad guy, but you only get much of him like you would say, that's a villain right there. And they try to throw this robot relationship with L337 with Lando's character, which I found was really stupid. They try to do, I know a certain thing when it comes to Star Wars, or like as far as Star Wars movies, they always try to bring in this droid or robot that to make everybody, to make everybody fall in love with that robot. But I didn't really care for this robot, When this robot died, and when that robot died, I didn't really care much about it. But another thing, Emilia Clarke's character, Emilia Clarke, she did a great job in this movie playing Kira. A lot of other movies she did. I'm a big fan of her, as far as actress, but this movie she did a real good job playing her character. One issue I have with the character is that she became part of this group, but it's like she's saying she did these bad things, and it's not until later to the end of the movie you hear about it, but you don't really get to feel what she did. This movie was a bit all over the place to me, but it's still they still ended up even though the two other directors they had, Lord and Miller, I think, and Ron Howard had to pick it up later on. They still managed to put something together for the audience to enjoy it. If you're an old Star Wars fan, I don't think you will enjoy this movie that much. But if you like the new generation, I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy it. I know right now Disney's talking about doing a Boba Fett standalone movie, which once again I don't think nobody asked for. I don't really care that much about this character. Like I said in the beginning, the main Solo movie I would like to see is like a Vader Solo. Because if you guys ever read the Vader comics, real good. That's a Solo movie I would like to see. But this movie, is it worth going out, pay that extra price, midnight? No. I went to watch it in the morning, like $7. Get that early morning special or that matinee special. It's not really worth it. I'll give this movie a D+. Check it out if you're a Star Wars fan. There's a few cameo in there if you know your Star Wars movie. There's one character, he plays a different character in the Star Wars movie. And if you'll see him in this movie, and you'll be like, oh, I know this guy. He played this character in this other movie. Other than that, there's another cameo from one character that is very popular. And yeah, that's about it. They try to load. They throw a little bit in there, to remind people it's still a part of the Star Wars story as far, even through the end. Like I said, with the whole rebellion situation, still remind you that this is connected to the Star Wars story, and they make it seem like Han Solo was somehow involved a little bit when it came to the rebellion. And that one part, once again, I would have been so much interested if they made a standalone story about how the rebellion started. I know we had Rogue One, but it was not really how the rebellion started, which I feel Rogue One is a whole better movie than this. As far as the standalone Star Wars movie, as for now, Rogue One is better. But Han Solo, once again, D+. Definitely, if you're a Star Wars fan, I would say new generation, check it out. You will like it. But me personally, didn't like it that much. Well, guys, that was my review for Star Wars a Han Solo story, a solo Star Wars story. My bad, but who cares? I ain't really care. This movie, I don't know. It just, but you know, once you done watching the movie, you like, yeah, you stoked about it. This movie, I was done. I was like, because throughout most part of the movie, I was just bored. I'm still rambling about because I was bored. Feel like I didn't really, get nothing out of it. Yeah. Well, guys, that was my review for Solo Star Wars Story. If you watched it, tell me what you thought about the movie. Leave a comment down below. If you didn't watch it yet, tell me if you're gonna watch it, or you're excited to see it, or you just don't care about the Solo Star Wars movie. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I will be seeing y'all soon with more reviews and reactions.